te tai tautokarau, muri whenua, tauranga moana, Ngāti Maniapoto me Raukawa hoki. Tuatahi, as your kai kōrero today, our whānau come to awhi and help and provide continuing support to our Palestinian Solidarity Network, our Palestinian, Lebanese, Yemen, West Asia whānau, and any other oppressed Indigenous peoples facing colonial oppression. Tuarua, e tū tātou I runga I te whenua tāmitanga. I'm acknowledging in a mihi that we are standing on colonised Ngāti Whātua, Ngāti Pāwa, Waiohua, Ngāti Te Ata and Waikato Tainui whenua, which we whakapapa and come from. Tua toru, thirdly, no mai, haere mai ki tēnei wahi. Welcome everyone to Komititanga Square. Tua whā, fourthly, he whakapatūpato haumaru, so be safe, do not engage with any agitators and report any information to our table. There are whānau who are homeless and may become agitated, but please ignore, and if we have any Zios here, please just ignore them as well. All right, so I'll open with the karakia, opening karakia, kia inoi tātou. Manawa mai te mauri nuku, manawa mai te mauri rangi, ko te mauri keo, he mauri tipua, ka pakaru mai te pō, tau mai te mauri, haumi e, hui e, tai ki e. Kia ora. The next item is for the Quran, and that will be by our Muhammad Fawaz. Muhammad? Ho mai te paki paki.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سل بني إسرائيل كم آتيناهم من آية بينة ومن يبدل نعمة الله من بعد ما جاءته فإن الله شديد العقاب زين للذين كفروا الحياة الدنيا ويسخرون من الذين آمنوا والذين اتقوا فوقهم يوم القيامة والله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب كان الناس أمة واحدة فبعث الله النبيين مبشرين ومنذرين وأنزل معهم الكتاب بالحق ليحكم بين الناس فيما اختلفوا فيه وما اختلف فيه إلا الذين أوتوه من بعد ما جاءتهم البينات بغيا بينهم فهدى الله الذين آمنوا لما اختلفوا فيه من الحق بإذنه والله يهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يأتكم مثل الذين خلوا من قبلكم مستهم البأساء والضراء وزلزلوا حتى يقول الرسول والذين آمنوا معه متى نصر الله ألا إن نصر الله قريب يسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل ما أنفقتم من خير فللوالدين والأقربين فللوالدين والأقربين واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل وما تفعلوا من خير فإن الله به عليم كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون صدق الله العظيم.
Namahi Mohammed. Now we'll have the national anthem. Bati, if you could organise that as well, that would be very helpful. So can we everyone have their flags up, please? And it's stand proud, tukaha for Palestine, Lebanon. Okay, I'm pleased. I have the pleasure of introducing our first speaker, and his name is Yusuf. Yusuf currently goes to Henderson Intermediate, but he is from Gaza, and be wonderful to hear his kōrero. So, kia ora, Yusuf. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay.
Come closer, as close as possible. Here.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Yusuf, and I'm from Gaza. I haven't went there before, and I really want to go. Today, I'm talking about the people in North Gaza, especially in Jabalia. I won't sing that. They are suffering. Families have no food. No one could go outside. No one can No one can move or look out the window. And if they do, they will get bombed. And many hospitals are destroyed. The doctors are trying their best but have no medicine. A doctor told a story about a young girl who had surgery without pain relief. She kept saying, I am a child, I am hurting. This is happening to many children. Shame! Shame! Don't be silent, talk about Gaza. Don't be silent, talk about Gaza. Don't be silent, talk about Gaza. Allahumma yansur ahl Gaza.
Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Ngā mihi nui, Yusef Moto, wonderful kōrero. We need more young Palestinians like that to come and kōrero to us. Tēnā pai. Our next speaker. Okay, this next speaker needs no introduction. This is Neil Scott, the Secretary of Palestine Solidarity Network, and he has been campaigning for the rights of the Palestinian people since PNSA was formed in 2013. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Thank you. Another week, the genocide continues. Another month, the genocide continues. Month after month, year after year, decade after decade, Israel's deliberate massacres and genocide keeps on happening. It is sickening, and we all know it is sickening, but the government seems to have not quite got the message. So who here believes they're an activist? Who are activists? So what I'll say is, activists take action. They do things. So what does it mean to me? I take action, as you've been told, for a few years now, before this latest round of slaughter started. What I found interesting the other day, I was talking to a guy at a screening of a film, and you can see me. Every week I come out, please write a letter. We will photocopy these. Write a letter, give it to me, we'll copy 123 copies and send them to Wellington. This campaign of writing letters, handwritten letters, are good because it shows the MPs, every MP gets a letter, 123 copies, and we send it and it goes into their mailboxes in the mailroom. More than 300 letters have been sent so far. Anybody good at maths? That is about 70,000 letters that have been sent to Wellington. And the people here today, give them a hand. They are activists taking action. Our objective over these weeks coming is to get that up to 1,000. So we do 123,000 letters to Parliament. The squeaky wheel gets the oil, and we want people to actually speak out with their handwritten letters. Going forward, I've handed these out, I've been doing it. We've had about 50 letters written in the last 2 weeks. We'll get another few today. We'll keep on doing it. People say, I'm not quite sure what to write about. When you go home today, sit down. There are things we can write to this government about. Grant the damn visas, for God's sake. Grant the visas. With the Israeli working holiday permit, the visa for 18 to 30-year-olds. Guess who comes here? Young Israeli soldiers. Young Israeli soldiers come here, 200 a year, to walk amongst us after having committed genocide, after having rounded up women and children. And the reports today are lining them up on the edge of big holes in the ground. That's genocide. That's going to be another slaughter. There are things to write about for activists who want to take action. Grant the visas, end the visas for the Israeli genociders. Minister of Foreign Affairs, send the damn Israeli ambassador home. Do you doubt? Do you doubt when he was a younger man in Israel that he didn't serve time in the Israeli military? Now, we know the genocide has been rocking real fast for the last 12 months, but apartheid that started in 1948 is a crime against humanity. And every Israeli soldier, every Israeli policeman has been involved in implementing those crimes against humanity. This Israeli ambassador, being a war criminal, should not be in Aotearoa. Right. You can write to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Luxon, send the genocide supporter, implementer, the apartheid implementer home. We don't want them here. Kia ora. So activists, take action. Write those letters. In the last rallies you've seen me wandering around and people taking a number of the Obella stickers or the boycott stickers to stick on Obella products or in the bus shelters, on the edges of supermarkets, wherever you want to put that message. If you don't want to go in and sticker Obella, plaster them where you go, where you see other people going, and let them see that we support Palestine, that we oppose Israeli apartheid and genocide. We can take action. Other things. In Christchurch, they had the motion to actually adhere to UN resolutions passed, and Auckland Council will not buy or purchase any of those services off the BDS list that the United Nations have put forward. So we are going to go to Auckland Council now, and a group of us are planning that with the motion and get that passed in our Tamaki Makaro. Other things we can do. He's here. The keynote speaker's here, so I'll wrap this up relatively quickly. Activists, take action. You can go and see your local MP. They're in Wellington Tuesday to Thursday, but they come home. And we should be making appointments to go and ask them to do the right thing, to speak up for Palestine, to oppose Israeli apartheid and genocide. Take action. If you need someone to go with you, reach out to me. We've been doing it with the Palestinian community for years now, going and visiting MPs. Activists, take action. So my last words. There are other actions happening. On Monday, it's Protect Rotakahari Kakahi. Yeah. March to the Governor General's residence. That's Monday. The Tangata Whenua have been out here week after week after week supporting us, and we can go and support them. Kia ora. On Tuesday, there is a silent press vigil. I think it's at TVNZ. Be at the base of the Sky Tower at 5:30 for a karakia. So Tuesday, with the slaughter of Palestinian journalists, we want to actually make our word heard and shown by supporting them. So Tuesday, 5:30 at the base of Sky Tower. This coming Wednesday's picket is going to be at the US consulate at 4 o'clock. We'll be handing out pamphlets and we'll be making our voice heard. And next Saturday, 2 o'clock, right here, a rally and a march for Palestine and Lebanon. So, I will say once again, and you'll hear me say it again and again and again, activists, take action. Kia ora, thank you.
Ngā mihi, Neil Motomahi. Okay, we need to do some chants here, so I've had some volunteers. Haere mai, Ali? Okay, this is Ali, and he's got another helper today, so they're just going to do a couple of chants for us.
Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Free, free. Free, free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Go for fight on Umato. Go for fight on Umato. Thank you.
Ngā mihi koutou. Okay, our next speaker is Engineer Sayed Amjad Iqbal. He's a social activist and the chair of the Paktun Association New Zealand. He has worked on promoting democracy in Sweden, Pakistan and New Zealand, raising his voice against social injustice, racism and other issues. Homai te Pakipaki!
Hello. Okay. Our voice should be heard at the beehive, not only by the government, but all the MPs in the beehive. Okay. Free, free. Free, free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Thank you so much. Today I want to tell you about the dual standard of international leaders and the dual standard of international media. Media refers to the accumulation of all communications outlets that share information outlets. I will give two important news. I got two important news which were on the mainstream media. I don't want to name the newspaper. 8 monkeys found dead at Hong Kong Zoo, the government says. It was the main headline on 14th of October 2024. A 12-year-old stray dog found roaming in an English village was missing for several years. This was the heading of that well-known newspaper on 24th of December 2023. But at least 43,000 people were slaughtered and killed by Israeli armies. You will never find these headlines there. Shame on them. 76,000 of people were injured by Israeli army, but you will never find these headlines on the newspaper. Shame on them, shame. Keza is a very small town. And one of the journalists was just telling a story that this town was demolished from the earth, and the Israeli army were filming their brutality and they were posting on the Facebook and TikTok. Shame on them. nowadays how Israeli army is using artificial intelligence. They are tracing people and they kill them in their homes. So not only the person with the phone kill, but the people around him, and there's an app, where is daddy? On where is daddy is the Israeli app the military used to kill, trace and kill the people. Shame on them. But this you will never find on the international media. Now if we come to a dual standard of the Western media and Western politician, is just a breathtaking. David Lammy and Keir Starmer, the British politicians, responded to Iranian rocket attack even though they didn't harm anyone. They condemned it. But they never condemned 43,000 people killed by Israeli army in Palestine. So this dual standard must be finished. This dual standard, this definition of humanity, the definition of freedom of speech, they must be clear, and they must be the same for everyone. There is another story. There is another story from Syrian refugees. He's saying that we have sympathies with Ukrainian people, but the way they were treated, they were welcomed with the chocolates and other gifts on the border. While we were welcome with the dogs. So shame on them. This standard must be clear for each and every refugees, regardless of their religion, regardless of the countries where they live. Blood. Blood is red, and it is from every human being, it is same. Either they live in India, Pakistan, New Zealand, Israel, so we have the same senses. We have the same senses. I will request United Nations, and I will request the International Court of Justice. If they can't implement their rulings, this is very concerning for us. This is a big question mark. This is a big question mark on them. So, finally, I will say the buffer state the Israeli want to create is against the international law, but they are not highlighted on the mainstream media. The legitimism of Israeli war crimes in Gaza by Western media is not acceptable. I belong to Pakistan, and one thing on our passport, it is clearly written since 1947 that this passport is valid for every country in the world except Israel. Now, I will also request the Labour Party opposition here. They must play their active role. They must play their active role in the parliament. I already told their leaders that they must play their active role for the ceasefire in all brutal activities which Israeli armies are carrying. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Namahi nui, Sahid. Ali, we need some more chanting, please. Namahi.
Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! The whole system! The siege on Gaza! The occupation! The occupation! The whole system! The whole system! The siege on Gaza! The siege on Gaza! The occupation! The occupation! The whole system! The whole system! 1! 2! you.
Ngā mihi nui, Ali. Okay, our next speaker, again, needs no introduction. She's a very hard worker. Anna Lee and Barry are always here holding the fort for the Palestinian Solidarity Union. She's one of the original activists from Vietnam, the South African tour, Bastion Point. So, kia ora, Anna Lee. O mai te paki paki.
Kia ora. Just a quick roundup of action we can be involved in the coming week, just because I know it became very quick. But as I hear the sound that we hear roaring, I'm thinking of what it's like in Lebanon and Gaza and the West Bank, Syria and more. As people hear those planes come over, they're even louder than we're hearing in this wind. So just on your a little reminder about events. Of course, there is next Saturday here at 2 o'clock, and that's going to be a rally for Palestine and Sudan, because we link hands with the oppression with those who are oppressed around the world, and stand up and take the people's power. So please, see if you can get some colleagues, friends, family members to come along. Just bring them gently. And their presence here is very important. This news not only goes back to the New Zealand Parliament, it is carried, yes, we're part of Five Eyes, shamefully, but it goes back to the United States. That's how important New Zealand is to give respectability to the genocide that's going on. So we have to make that message extra large. So next Saturday, let's see what we can do. Also, coming up on Tuesday, there is the picket. That is very important in terms of our news media. We want to get some decent messages out, as Saeed explained, and we have seen daily the terrible messages. So that is on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're going to the American Embassy, but this is going to be from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and we'll come out on the streets and hand out leaflets and give people the opportunity not only to say it's shameful, but to join us in action. It's really important. And of course, banners around Tamaki every Saturday, and this coming Saturday, another very important message gets taken further afield than our rallies and protests. So thank you very much, and please, if you can give out leaflets on the table, there are thousands of leaflets. We can go out, and the reception is really, really positive. I've never been in a campaign when such positive responses have given, how people are very angry about the shameful genocide. Thank you.
Ngā mihi ana. Okay, our main speaker, our kai kōrero is Vijay Prashad. He's doing a flying visit to Aotearoa. He's an Indian historian, author, journalist, political commentator, and Marxist intellectual. He is the executive director of Tricontinental Institute for Social Research, editor of Leftward Books, chief correspondent at Globetrotter, and a senior non-resident fellow at Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies in Renmin University of China. He's also written a book with the renowned activist intellectual Noam Chomsky. You might have seen him on independent media like Breakthrough News. So let's welcome no mai haere mai to Vijay Prashad.
There is no war. There is no war happening. It is not a war. There is no war because there is a genocide. A genocide is not a war. A genocide is a series of exterminations, of massacres, of resistance. But it isn't a war. There is no war. There is no Palestine-Israel war. There is only the Israeli genocide. There is only the Israeli genocide. There is no Israeli genocide. There is no Israeli genocide. The Israelis are not committing a genocide alone. It is an Israeli, American, and German genocide. It is not an Israeli genocide. It is an Israeli, American, and German genocide. The Americans say, we are going to try to stop the Israelis. We are going to have the Israelis negotiate. But as they give the Israelis the command to negotiate, they give the Israelis bombs. They give the Israelis bombs. The Germans say it is not a genocide. The Germans know what a genocide is. The Germans did a genocide in Africa. The Germans did a genocide in Germany, Poland, and other parts of Eastern Europe. The Germans know what a genocide is. But the Germans say there is no genocide. The Germans give bombs to the Israelis to commit a genocide. The Namibians in Africa say that the Germans know what a genocide is. The Germans know what a genocide is, and they give the Israelis bombs to commit a genocide. It is not a war. It is a genocide. It is not an Israeli genocide. It is a German, American, and Israeli genocide. It is a New Zealand genocide. It is a New Zealand genocide. New Zealand says, we don't like what the Israelis are doing. But New Zealand is in the 11 eyes. New Zealand shares intelligence with America. America gives bombs to Israel. Israel makes a genocide. It is not a war. It is a genocide. It is an Israeli genocide. It is an Israeli genocide with American war, with American bombs, with American logistics. It is an Israeli genocide with American war making. American war making includes New Zealand intelligence. It is a New Zealand genocide. It is an American military exercise. It is RIMPAC 2024. There are American ships in a genocide. No, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Thanks. Thanks a lot. It is an American military exercise. It is an American military exercise, but New Zealand sends ships to join an American military exercise. It is an American military exercise. New Zealand sends ships to join an American military exercise which has Israeli Navy in the American military exercise. It is an Israeli genocide. It is American bombs. It is German bombs. It is New Zealand intelligence. It is a New Zealand genocide. It is your genocide. It is your genocide. It is Australia's genocide. It is Great Britain's genocide. It is France's genocide. It's Germany's genocide. It's your genocide. How many genocides? How many genocides? It was a European genocide. It was a Maori fighting. It was a Maori fighting against a European genocide. It is not us fighting to end the Israeli genocide. It is us standing here along with the Palestinians fighting against the Israeli genocide. The Palestinians are fighting in Gaza. It is the Lebanese fighting in Lebanon. They are hurting the Israelis who are committing a genocide. It is the Palestinians fighting for dignity. It is us standing here desperate for the genocide to end. It is our genocide. This is our genocide. This is our genocide. They are fighting to end our genocide. We must keep fighting to end our genocide. This is our genocide. We must keep fighting to end our genocide.
Ngā mihi nui, e te rangatira, Vijay Moto, kōrero Moto tautoko for the Palestinian people. Okay, it's whānau. We've got the two best chanters here today. So there's also Ali and Nadine. Would you mind? Haere mai. They're gonna close us out before I do the karakia and get us going. Also, okay, darling. All right, you first. Okay, 3, koutou. Okay. Haere mai.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Go for Donald Mato! Go for Donald Mato! Free! Palestine! Free! Palestine! 1! We are the people! 2! We won't be silent! 3! We are returning soon! 1! We are the people! 2! We won't be silent! 3! We are returning soon! Go for Donald Mato! Go for Donald Mato! Thank you.
Kia ora, everyone. Thank you for coming despite the wind and the weather. Right, we'll try to make this nice and quick. You guys have been very quiet, so now it's time to ramp up your voices because we're going to be ending soon. Right. أنا راجع على أرض بلادي. أنا راجع ع غزة راجع ع فلسطين ع حيفا راجع ع يافا راجع ع القدس راجع ع جنين راجع. أنا راجع على أرض بلادي. على أرض بلادي. Hands up. Hands off Gaza. Hands off West Bank. Hands off Lebanon. Hands off Lebanon. Hands off Gaza. Biden, your hands are red. Biden, your hands are red. 16,000 children killed. 16,000 children killed. Biden, your hands are red. 50,000 people killed. 50,000 people killed. Locks in your hands are red. 16,000 children killed. Shame, shame, shame on you. Justice for Palestine. Justice for Lebanon. Justice for Gaza. Justice for Lebanon! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Right, I'm gonna say grant the visas, you're gonna say grant them all. Grant the visas! Grant the visas! Grant the visas! Grant the visas! Save the children! Save the children! Free the people! Free the people! Free the people! Grant the visas! Thank you.
Ngā mihi nui, Nadine and Ali. Okay, whānau, we look forward to seeing you next week. Aotearoa Wiki. Keep the support going. It's really important that we eventually have a sovereign Palestine state with equal rights, dignities and freedoms for the Palestinian people. I'll finish with a karakia, kia ora. Kia inoi tātou. He whakaitanga e tēnei te kaupapa kua e, tēnei te wānanga kua e. Te mauri o te kaupapa e whakamoia, te mauri o te wānanga ka whakamoia. Ko ki ronga, ko ki raro, haumi e, hui e, tai ki e, free, free! Free, free! Free, free! One more.
Free, free, but free, 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 free.
Kia ora tātou.